10213, matter of Liu and Yu. Are all parties present?
Is Ms. Liu on the line?
Yes, Ms. Liu is online.
Okay, perfect. Yes, Judge.
And if she could turn on her camera, that would be helpful.
Your Honor, I do have an issue to raise.
Yes.
It is kind of hard for me to do simultaneous because Ms. Liu had her computer on, and so she was actually listening to both my translation and what happened in the courtroom. So there's like echo. I'm listening. There's too many. What do you call it?
What would you suggest, Madam Interpreter?
I suggest to do consecutive. It would be best for Ms. Liu and easier for me to do.
I understand. If that's what needs to be done, that's what needs to be done. The parties have approximately 15 minutes each before we lose the interpreter. Ms. Fruchtman, how much longer do you have would you like to resume the questioning of your client at this time?
Sure, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, each side is about 15 minutes.
Mr. Yu, when we left off, we were talking about the dog, and we had introduced the passport. That passport is in your name. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
One for the translator.
就是说那个护照呢是在您的名下，对不对？是的。
And Mr. Yu, for future questions, I'm going to ask the question and then the interpreter will interpret, and then you can answer, okay?
Sure.
我会问一个问题，然后让翻译完了之后，您才回答。是的。
So, Mr. Yu, when the dog came to the United States, who was with you when you came to the United States with the dog?
Nobody.
刘先生。
Sorry.
当您跟狗就是来美国的时候，是有谁跟您一起呢？
No, nobody.
Okay. So you brought the dog. Sorry. So you brought the dog without your wife.
所以您是就是在没有太太陪同之下，您带狗来美国，对不对？
Yes, ma'am.
是的。
And how long was it before your wife joined you in the United States?
就是要多久以后您的太太才来美国跟您相聚？
差不多sorry. About like two months because we got married over here in South Carolina in December, which I have a marriage certificate. And she flew over by herself and then fly over and then we got married in my mom's living room with the pastors.
就是大概是在两个月后，因为我们是在南卡结婚的，是在12月的时候，然后我们是在我妈妈的客厅，就是有一个牧师在场。
And exhibit number 40 in the court's book it would be number 27 in your exhibits, Mr. Yu.
就是我们看这个附件，就是法官那边是40号，那您的话是27 or 29?
It's exhibit 27 in our book, but exhibit 40 for the court.
在您的手上是27号附件。
Are these the veterinary records?
Yes.
这个是您的结婚证书。是的。
And did the veterinary records list you as the owner of the dog?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Do the veterinary records list you as the owner of the dog?
哦，对不起，这就是说那个兽医的那个资料呢，是上面的名字是您是那个狗的主人，对不对？
Yes, ma'am. From South Carolina, Indiana, and Phoenix. It's all under my name. Yes.
就是说在南卡印第安纳跟Arizona 都是我的名字。
Your Honor, I'd ask Exhibit 40 be admitted.
Any objection? Exhibit 40 is admitted.
就是
And Mr. you don't deny that you took the dog from the vehicle.
就是刘先生，您不否认，就是您是把那只狗从车里面带走的。
Yes. When I know they're in the supermarket, and then I wasn't know the dog was in the car, and then I saw the windows. My dog is in the car. The window is closed. But I went back to my car to get my key and open it up, get the dog in, put it into my Tesla, because Tesla has a pet mode, has the air condition. So I put it in my car, and then I go in to see my son, you know. And my son was very glad to see me, and that's it. Yeah, thank you.
就是我起先不知在超市里的时候，我不知道狗是在车上，然后当我看到狗在车上的时候呢，就透过那个窗户，然后我就回到我的车上去拿钥匙，然后把狗呢带到我的车上去，那里有空调，然后我回到那个超市，我的儿子是很高兴的看到我的。
And mother removed the dog from your home when she left the home.
就是，I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I said, and mother removed the dog from the home when she left the home.
就是妈妈离家的时候，她是把狗带着。
Yes.
And are you asking that you be able to retain the dog?
您是不是要求就是说你要保留这只狗？
Yes.
是的。
Now, let's talk a little bit about that incident at the supermarket. Can you tell me what happened when you saw mother and the child at the supermarket?
Okay. From
让我们谈一谈。 让我们谈一谈，就是说在超市发生的事情。就是当你看到在超市看到妈妈跟小孩的时候，发生什么事呢？
From her explain is totally different. I took the videos for my son, and then when she's ready to cash out, I took a picture. Do you miss Daddy? And he said, yes. And then my son doesn't know what's going on. You know, I love my son very much. You know, and that's it. 事实跟他讲的是非常的不一样的。我当时有录像，我非常的爱我的小孩子。
Did you remove the child from the cart?
I hold him.
你有
sorry.
你有从那个就是车上面呢，把孩子抱起来。他说我有抱起来。
Yes, I hold him, and then I just give him a hug. I said I want to, and then she was saying, "Oh, you can talk to your son. You can for a minute. You can talk to them." I didn't take away from your son. That's what she's saying.
Did the child appear nervous or afraid at any point during that?
爸爸说我只是抱他，然后我拥抱他，然后他就说你可以跟你的跟小孩讲话讲一分钟这样子。What was your question, Counsel?
I said, did the child appear nervous or afraid during any point?
就是在那当时小孩子有没有看起来就是很紧张的样子？
And he doesn't know what's going on. You know, I give him a hug. We ready to go home, okay? No worry. You know, I just let him calm down. Fine. You know, and then we go home in Chinese. And then my son say, "Oh, our house going for sale." I said, "No, who said that?" I said, "Mom."
就是我只是抱着他，然后跟他说，用中文跟他说我们要回家了，然后我要让他就是冷静下来，然后他说我跟他告诉他我们要回家，但是他说我们家要卖了，他说谁说的？是妈妈说的。
Do you believe that mother has been purposely trying to keep you from the child?
你有没有觉得妈妈就是故意的不让你接近孩子？
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe there's any, I'm sorry, go ahead, translate.
是的。
And do you believe there's any basis for you not to have normal parenting time with your child?
你相信你有没有？你相信就是说就是完全是没有道理的，就是不让你有正常的跟小孩子的一些亲子的时间。
I should have my, parenting time myself. Got to be fair.
就是我要公平的要有我自己该有的亲子的时间。
Now, I'm going to get back to a couple questions regarding your income since we have some additional. The current job,
5 minutes, Counsel.
what do you do? I'm sorry, Your Honor?
5 minutes, Counsel.
Thank you.
还有5年就是 I'm sorry, I need to interpret what you just said. 我们要回来到就是讲关于您的那个，现在我们还有一点点时间要回到您关于您的收入的事宜。
What do you do for a living, sir?
您从事什么工作呢，先生？
I'm a sales director of Icebus.
And how long have you been there?
我是那个就是 Icebus 的那个营业部的主任。
It's since 2021 December 1st.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
2021 December 1st. That was my offer days.
就是，OK， 12月1号，2021年。
And prior to that, were you unemployed for a period of time?
之前您是不是就是在失业的当中？
Yes, ma'am.
How long?
是的。多久？
From August to December 1st.
就是从8月到12月1号。
And your prior position? How much did you earn at your prior position?
在您之前的工作呢，您的收入是多少？
It's 70,000 for the previous positions.
之前是7万块。
So only a very minimal amount more than what you were currently making.
所以比您目前所的收入只是多一点点而已。
It's less $10,000.
And why did you leave that other
比较
position?
少的。I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Why did you leave the other position?
为什么您离开之前的工作呢？
It was they're going to relocate it to Michigan and shut down the Phoenix locations.
因为他们要关闭凤凰城的这边的业务，然后要搬到Michigan 去。
Now, Mr. Yu, do you have the ability to pay your attorney's fees and mother's attorney's fees in this matter?
100% I could not. Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
刘先生，你有没有能力支付自己的以及妈妈的那个律师费呢？他说100%不行。
100% I couldn't.
Do you have,
没有办法。
do you have bank accounts that have substantial assets in them currently?
No.
你有没有就是任何一个银行账户是有很多的资金在里面的？答案是没有。
I have everything is all I disclosures already.
就是他所有的都已经是公布了。
And you've provided all accounts showing what you have.
所以你已经就是都完全提供对方就所有您所有的你名下所有的资产的是的。
Yes, ma'am.
是的。
I have nothing further.
Thank you. Counsel, you have about 15 minutes.
Thank you, Judge. Ms. Liu, I want you to look at what's been marked as exhibit number 9.
刘先，我要你看就是9号附件。
Is this an email from my office to Father's Counsel's office with the date on the top of February 11th, 2022?
这是2月11号2022年，就是说我发给您的律师的那个通信。是。是。Yes.
Move to exhibit number 9.
我们看
No, Your Honor, I actually thought this was already in.
If it wasn't before exhibit 9, it's been admitted.
就是接纳为是男士公务。
Let's talk about this. Did you purchase the dog in June 2015? 你是2015年6月买这只狗的，对不对？
对，6月2号，是的。
Yes, June the 2nd.
Okay. And when did you meet when did you meet your husband for the first time?
您第一次就是遇见您的先生是什么时候
2015年9月。
September of 2015.
So you purchased the dog 3 months before you ever even met Mr. Yu.
所以您是在就是认识刘先生之前3个月之前就已经买了那只狗了，对不对？
是的。
Yes.
Turn to the second page. On the second page are these pictures with you and the dog.
我看的第2页哦，这个第2页就是您跟狗的照片。
是的。
Yes.
Are these pictures taken prior to you ever even meeting Mr. Yu?
这些照片是您在认识刘先生之前拍的，对不对？
是的。
At any time, I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
At any time, did you intend to gift or give your dog to Mr. Yu?
你在任何时候，你有没有就是意图要把你的狗送给刘先生？
从来没有。
Never.
Okay. And Mr. Yu admitted that he took the dog from the car when you were in the grocery store. Does that sound like reasonable behavior?
就是刘先生他承认说他是从您的车子里面把狗带走的。您觉得这个是合理的理性的行为吗？
这是犯罪，不是，这是犯罪。
No, that's committing a crime.
Are you asking the court to have Mr. Yu give you your dog back and you keep it until the final orders in this matter?
你是不是有向法官要求，就是说把狗归还给你，就是暂时把狗归还给你，让您照顾，一直到这个结案。
是的，那是我的狗。
Yes, because that's my dog.
Okay, I want to talk to you briefly about the drug test that he gave. He decided to go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Is that correct?
Objection, foundation.
I can strike that. Did you hear father's testimony about his drug test?
你有听到爸爸的关于他这个就是酒精检测的那个的事情吗？
有，是
刚刚他
的。
讲 Yes, I did.
Did you hear him say that he decided to go on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
你有没有听到他说他决定就是礼拜一、三、五去接受检测？
是的。
Yes.
Is that random, or did he decide when he wanted to go?
这个是他随机的吗？还是说他决定他什么时候要去的？
这个是他自己决定的，他应该接受随机的测试。
He decided himself. He should be taking the test.
Okay. Are you asking the court to order that he take random alcohol tests?
就是说你有没有，你是不是在要求法官，就是要求他就是随机的去随时随机的去接受这个酒精的检测？
是的，是的，这是我要求的。
Yes, that's my request.
And if he tests positive for alcohol, are you asking that his parenting time be suspended for a month?
所以如果那个检测的结果是阳性的话，你是不是要求就是来大概1个月之内呢不能看探视小孩？
是的。
Yes.
Now, we talked about the parenting time that you offered father. Was it conditioned on him returning the dog and taking negative alcohol tests?
我们有讲到，就是关于他探视小孩亲子的时间呢是有条件的，条件就是说他要把狗，第一把狗归还给你，第二的话呢就是他酒精检测的结果要是阴性的。
是的。
Yes.
Does it seem reasonable that father decided not to see his child at all because he wanted to keep your dog?
就是对您来讲，您觉得是合理吗？就是说，他宁可不看不见自己的小孩，而就是为了就是要继续保留那只狗拥有那只狗，而不去见小孩，这是合理的吗？
我觉得不合理，我无法理解。
It's beyond my reasoning. I just couldn't understand that.
Okay, and now let's talk a little bit about his income. He provided an AFI and his 2020 taxes that said that he made $98,255 in 2020. Did you see that?
就是我们现在提到他的收入他给我们那个 AFI 2020年的他的报税资料，就是说他是的收入是98,255你有看到吗？
是的。
Yes.
Does it make sense that he would go from making $98,255 to a mere $60,000 a year?
就是你觉得是合理吗？就是说他会从98,255的收入会转变到差不多只有6万块钱的年收入。
不合理。
It doesn't make sense.
So, and then we added up all of his expenses in his AFI. Based on his AFI, his expenses are $7,800.12 a month. Did you see that?
就是我们看他的 AFI 提出来的，他的那个开销哦，是7800块12 cent， 你看到吗
是
？Yes.
If someone's only making $5,000 a month, is it reasonable for them to have $7,800 worth of expenses a month?
就是一个人如果他一个月的收入是5000块，那么合理吗？就是说他可以支付这个7800块钱的开支。
不合理。
No, it doesn't make sense.
Do you believe that father's income is more than the $60,000 that he attested to?
您相信就是爸爸的收入是超过于他所说的5万块钱的收入？
我相信他的收入超过他所说的，我相信他藏了很多的收入是我不知道的。
Okay, I believe that he's making much more than what he attested to, and I believe that he's hiding a lot of his income.
Let's talk about that. You lived with him until January of this year, is that right?
Okay, 您跟他住一直到今年的1月，对不对？
是的，是的。
Yes.
About how much money did he spend a month?
Objection, foundation.
Judge Davis, White.
I'll overrule and allow the witness to answer.
就是他一个月是花多少钱呢？
他一个月花1万。
He spends about 10,000 a month.
Okay, and you heard him talk about a Tesla that he put the dog into. Did you hear that?
是的。
I'm sorry, can you please repeat that?
Did you hear father talk about a Tesla that he placed the dog into at the grocery store? Did you hear him say that?
A Tesla? What, I'm sorry, what was this?
It's a type of vehicle. You heard him talk about the Tesla car.
Yeah. 你听到就是说他把狗放到他的车 Tesla 的车上面，有没有听到？
我有听到。
Yes, I did.
Now, about when did he buy that Tesla?
他什么时候买那部 Tesla 的呢？
我住在家里的时候他买的，他没有跟我商量，我也不知道他钱是从哪里来的。
When I was living in the house, he didn't discuss it with me. I didn't know where he got the money.
Okay. About how long has he had the car?
他拥有那部车多久了？
他拥有那部车应该是4个月。
4 months.
Okay. You heard father say that he provided all accounts showing what he had. On any accounts, did it show a purchase of a Tesla?
您有听过就是爸爸讲说他已经就是公布所有他的所有的账户，那么在这些账户里面有没有哪一个账户呢有显示出他是用那个就是挪资金来买这个 Tesla 的？
没有看见。
No, I didn't see it.
And you heard father say that he provided all disclosures. Did you hear him say that?
你有听到爸爸讲说他有提供所有，他有公布所有的文件，所有的需要的资料。
是的，我有听见。
Yes, I did.
I want you to look at exhibit number 4. Is this an email between my office and Father's Counsel's office dated February 9th, 2022?
就是第4号附件，这个就是关于我跟爸爸的律师的通讯哈，是2月9号2022年发出去的。
是我有看见。
Yes, I see it.
Are we asking for Father's, are we asking for Father's Wells Fargo bank account statements and his Chase business account statements? And do we attach pictures of these accounts?
OK， 我们就是有要求看他 Wells Fargo 的那个账户，以及他的 Chase 的business account， 就是他的生意上的那个那个账户我们还有上面的那个就是有照片。
是的。
Yes.
In the almost 2 months since we asked for the account information, have they provided us with these bank accounts?
就是在这2个月当中，自从我们他要求他有没有我们有没有得到任何的回应？
没有。
Your Honor, I'm going to object to further questions on this issue. Those bank account statements are actually marked as an exhibit. So I'm very confused by this line of questioning and why this is a disclosure issue. It's not a temporary orders issue. So I still don't understand why this issue is before the court.
They haven't been moved into evidence yet, and have the receipts been admitted in evidence or offered in evidence?
The receipts, you mean the statements?
Statements, yes.
The statements have not been offered into evidence because we didn't find a need, but I mean, I guess I'm flabbergasted by the fact that we're being told we didn't disclose something that is actually an exhibit for court today.
他觉得我们问的问题呢，就是其实就已经是在附件里面的了。
Judge, this is a financial issue. It's a concern that we have. We believe that he has more money than he's disclosed. I mean, these are.
We've taken. I mean, I'll admit the. Are you moving to admit the exhibit?
Exhibit number 4, yes, Judge.
The court will admit the exhibit and give it the weight that it's due, but it seems to have. Go ahead.
I do object. Just
I understand. And I'll overrule the objection and admit the exhibit and give it the weight that it's due.
And really quick,
4号被接纳为呈堂证物。
when you were working at the music school, how much money were you earning a month?
您在那个音乐学校呢？您是一个月是挣多少钱呢？
差不多是一个月100多100多美金一个月。
A month like a little over $100 plus.
Okay, so can you support yourself on $100 a month?
That's not her testimony.
你就是可以靠这个100块钱来过活吗？
Well,
不能。
counsel, you have about 2 minutes, but if you want to clarify what her income is, please proceed to do that.
Okay, so now you're not working at all, but when you were working at the music school, how much money were you earning in 1 month?
就您现在没有工作，可是当您还在那个音乐学校工作的时候，您一个月是挣多少钱？
我一个月正常的情况下只有100多美金，因为我只有1个半小时的学生可以教。
I was making a little over $100 a month because I only had 1.5 hours to give classes.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
All right, we are out of time. Thank you to counsel, thank you to Madam Interpreter, thank you to the parties. The court will take this matter under advisement and rule. Is there anything else for the court to take up?
No, Judge.
Ms. Bruckman?
我们的时间已经没有了，还有要补充的吗？
Thank you very much. This matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.